Okay folks, it is a little bit after 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon or early evening, however you wish to demark that, here in Spain. And should be doing TrampCast shortly, but I don't think that's going to, well, no, I know that's not going to happen. Let me bring you up to date on a few developments. So we're on day 2 of a week of hell. The weather forecast, we're predicting anywhere from 7 to 10 days of rain and strong winds. Yeah, it wasn't looking good. Now yesterday we had we came through the period that was marked as being, at one point they'd said 35 millimeters of rain, then they were saying 21 or whatever, then it was 50, I don't know. It seemed like we got a lot less rain than they actually said, but we got the wind that they said. We had the 30, 35, 40 kilometers an hour average winds with gusts in excess, and we've taken damage here in the tent. I'm not going to go into too many details here now. Tomorrow I will maybe do a run around and show you the developments. Let me just show you a couple from where I'm sat right now. So the roof of my tent, you see those little tears there? I had a few of those. So you're looking through the bedroom, through the what would have been the original outer skin, and then there's a tarpaulin over the top. The little tears in the original, so the internal bedroom is intact, apart from over there where the zip doesn't reach anymore and we can't fasten it. But up here we got these little fractures in this middle layer, what was the original tent. But over there, you see that light patch? That's a big old rip that wasn't there before in the original skin. The bedroom was the only part that kind of had a semblance of the original tent skin. It's all covered over with a tarp. It's, you know. Now, over here, the wall. Over here, we had the internal bedroom. We had a solid wall, and then we had the tarp coming down and over. Well, you can see that's no longer the case. The wind buffeting and blowing everything yesterday has put the sheer forces across everything has put a big rip horizontally in the original outer skin. Now we've still got the tarp hanging over. It kind of sort of almost, it reaches down and it pulls out, so any rain coming down should drop outside of the tent. But if I come further around to the part that's behind me, you can't see here, I don't think. We got some major tears behind me that weren't here before. Some were, but it's worse, and then this corner in particular is a lot worse than it was. And even some repairs that I'd put in place here are gone, are blown away. As I say, folks, I will do a tour of the tent tomorrow. The main purpose of this video is to announce that there won't be a TrampCast this evening. I've been in and out of the tent at regular intervals, patching and jerry-rigging little fixes. So let me, I don't know if you can see through there to the outer door. Not really. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, there, where it blew open. I hit upon the idea of using some safety pins to semi-secure it so I could undo the pins and get in and out. But the forces were so great on the safety pins that they broke, and I was left with stubs of metal stuck there, which I've then taken and twisted to make almost a permanent fixture, almost to fix the door in place, and I'm crawling in and out under there. Now at times it gets a little bit bright outside, as it's about to kind of do now, and I'm doing what I call chasing the sun. I picked up kind of 0.5% of power on the EcoFlow earlier. I've moved the solar panel would be in shade now from the tent itself. I've moved that over the other side of the field. If we get any kind of break in the weather, any kind of brightness, it doesn't have to be sunny per se, but if we get some kind of brightness or a lack of overcastness, I guess, we might pick up a percentage or two. Currently, it's almost at sunset. It'll be 48 hours since we had any kind of input into the EcoFlow's battery. and we're currently on about 55% charge. We're managing to get by with what we had, plus the little dribbles that we've picked up through the day, by minimizing usage of phones and not charging batteries and things. We will run out of power tomorrow if we don't get some sun. And I've just noticed an update in the weather forecast. The weather forecasts for tomorrow are now starting to indicate, well, one's indicating a lot of rain but a lot less than it had been saying, and the other one's saying, oh, tomorrow's going to be your next dry day. I won't go too much off on one about weather forecasts because I did a video yesterday about them and nobody watched it. Screw you. I do a video about how I'm getting decimated and tormented by the weather, and I get hundreds of you watching. I do one about like an underlying issue that I've got with weather forecasts and how reliant I am on them, and 30 odd of you watch it. I don't know. Anyway folks, okay, let me just reassure you, I have a full set of notes for this last week. I haven't put them in my book, I've been busy, and it's going to be probably a few days before I can get around to doing TrampCast. If tomorrow is a nice day, I'll try for that. But if it's not then, it'll be the back end of the week as far as I can tell from the forecasts as they stand. Let me just try and show you the state of play as it is now. It's quite mild now in comparison to what we have had. But we are being rocked around and buffeted by some winds, yeah. But we're safe, we're dry, we're warm, even though the doors are kind of wide open and don't shut properly. We're okay. We're okay. It's a godsend really that the rains were a lot less than some of the predictions. Watch the weather forecast video from yesterday. There was a literal 10x difference between what the two weather forecasts said. One said, oh yeah, no, you'll have 2, 3, 4 millimeters today, and one was like, oh, it'll be 20 to 30 millimeters. Like, watch the video. I'm not going to recap it all here. Okay folks, suffice to say, no TrampCast today. If the weather is agreeable, I'll have a go tomorrow, and I'll give you a quick look around the well, you know the tent was already kind of damaged and semi-destroyed. Whoa! It is now on its last legs. I was earlier today contemplating whether to put up my emergency tents and transition across, but my fear is that putting another tent or two up in this field will bring the authorities down upon me. And if you've been here any length of time and seen my police interaction videos, I have a whole play stream of me versus the Polithia. If you're interested, take a look. Most of those I can't watch myself, but yeah. Anyway guys, I'm going to let you go. Let's finish off by saying TrampCast tomorrow if I can. If not, probably the back end of the week. If that's difficult, maybe a double episode next weekend. We've done that in the past. Maybe a double episode. Hey Tina girl. Tina? Tina. Hey. Okay folks, from Tina. Sorry about the close-up. And from me, Delta Mike. Out.